Imagine holding a coin in your hand, one that millions of people pass by every single day without a second thought. It's small, unassuming, copper-toned, and yet, in the right hands, it could unlock a fortune so staggering it seems almost unreal. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary hidden treasures in modern American numismatics, the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent. A coin so rare, so uniquely flawed, and so shockingly valuable, it has collectors across the country scrambling to check their change. Could the coin that sits in your pocket or drawer right now be worth more than a house? More than a year's salary? The answer may astonish you. In 1991, millions of Lincoln cents were minted. But only a tiny fraction escaped the presses with no mint mark at all. That small omission, a seemingly trivial detail, instantly transformed these ordinary pennies into coins that would one day become the stuff of legends. Imagine walking into a store, dropping a penny onto the counter, and realizing that exact coin could fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more than 700,000 in pristine condition. Yes, you heard that right. Reports suggest that some 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents, in perfect, top-tier condition, have sold for up to $744,000. A coin you might barely notice in your change could, under the right circumstances, become a life-changing windfall. But what makes this penny so special? Why does it command such jaw-dropping prices? The answer lies in its errors and anomalies. These coins were supposed to bear the mint mark that identifies where they were struck: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark is like a fingerprint, a tiny symbol of origin that collectors look for. Yet, the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent somehow slipped through the cracks. Whether due to a striking error, a die anomaly, or a misfeed in the minting process, this small absence makes it immediately distinguishable to a trained eye. Errors like these are rare, and in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals money. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Some examples of the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent exhibit additional hidden irregularities: doubling of the date, faint die cracks, or variations in the rim. Each of these quirks can multiply the coin's value exponentially. A coin that might otherwise be worth a few cents in circulation suddenly becomes a rare artifact, a key to the secretive world of high-stakes numismatics. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that, at a glance, looks perfectly ordinary, until you flip it, inspect it under a magnifying glass, and realize you've stumbled onto a nearly extinct treasure. Collectors and dealers have reported instances where these coins have sold in the open market for eye-popping sums. One remarkable auction revealed a single, flawless 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent commanding a staggering $744,000. Let that number sink in for a moment. That's more than the cost of a luxury car. More than the price of a dream vacation. More than most people earn in a lifetime. And yet, it's just one coin, a humble penny, born in 1991, that somehow defied the odds. So how can someone spot one of these rare coins in the wild? First, it requires knowledge, patience, and a trained eye. Inspect the mint mark area closely. Look for coins that lack the D for Denver or the S for San Francisco. Examine the date, check for subtle die anomalies, and notice if the copper has retained an unusually brilliant shine. Even slight variations could signify a high-value error. And here's the twist: many of these coins are hiding in plain sight, tucked away in jars, drawers, and forgotten change. Could it be that the next millionaire is walking around completely unaware of the fortune jingling in their pocket? Let's talk about the market. The value of these coins isn't just theoretical. Auction houses and private sales have consistently demonstrated the staggering demand for top-grade specimens. The higher the coin's condition, the more collectors are willing to pay. MS-65, MS-66, or even MS-67 grades can push the price well into six figures, sometimes creeping towards 7. The tension and thrill of the market add another layer of excitement. A single misidentified penny could mean missing out on a life-changing payday. It's a game of observation, timing, and a bit of luck, and for those who play it right, the rewards can be monumental. But beyond the numbers in the market, there's something almost magical about this coin. Think about it: a penny, something so ordinary, so mundane, becomes a symbol of possibility. It's proof that extraordinary wealth can hide in the most unexpected places. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest details, like the absence of a tiny mint mark, can change everything. And perhaps the most thrilling part? Every coin collector, every casual saver, every person who ever empties their pockets at the end of the day has the potential to discover one of these treasures. So, the next time you find a 1991 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, don't just toss it aside. Handle it with care. Inspect it under magnification. Consider the hidden anomalies that could elevate its value. And imagine, just for a moment, the story that coin could tell, a story of oversight at the mint, of rarity created by accident, of millions of dollars hidden in plain sight. That story could be yours to uncover. In the end, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of hope, of discovery, of the extraordinary hiding within the ordinary. It reminds us that sometimes, the life-changing treasure we're looking for isn't locked in a vault or buried underground. Sometimes, it's waiting quietly in our wallets, ready to transform our lives in ways we never expected. Could the next auction sensation, the next seven-figure coin, be in your pocket right now? The thrill of the hunt, the suspense of discovery, and the staggering potential payoff make every moment of searching worthwhile. This is more than coin collecting. This is chasing a dream, seizing opportunity, and holding history in the palm of your hand. The question is, will you recognize it when you find it? Will you be the one to turn an ordinary penny into a story of unimaginable fortune? The 1991 no mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just a coin. It's a chance, a mystery, a secret waiting to be uncovered. And for those who dare to look closely, it might just be the key to changing everything. Imagine holding in your hand a simple, unassuming penny, just a coin you've seen 1,000 times before. Coppery, worn, ordinary. But what if I told you that this very coin could be worth enough to change your life forever? That tucked away in the vast ocean of pennies minted decades ago lies a single treasure so rare, so astonishing, that collectors have fought tooth and nail to own it? Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the 1945 no mint mark Lincoln cent, one of the most coveted coins in American history, a coin that has quietly commanded jaw-dropping prices reaching hundreds of thousands, even up to a staggering $844,000 in pristine condition. The story begins at the end of World War II. America was celebrating victory, the nation was rebuilding, and coins were being minted in massive quantities to support a booming economy. The Lincoln cent, already a staple in every pocket, every cash register, was produced by the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. But amid these millions of ordinary pennies, an unintentional anomaly occurred, an error that would turn certain coins into legends. What makes the 1945 no mint mark Lincoln cent so extraordinary? It's not just age. It's not just rarity. It's the subtle errors, the tiny imperfections that only the keenest eyes can detect. Some coins bear doubled dies, where letters seem to whisper secrets from the past, almost as if the coin itself is alive, holding its value like a hidden message. Others show misstruck features, slight deviations that make them instantly recognizable to seasoned collectors. Imagine a coin that appears normal at first glance, only for the careful observer to uncover a secret so valuable it can't be ignored. But here's the twist: not every 1945 penny is valuable. Millions were minted, yes, but only a select few harbor the errors that make them worth millions. These coins are the holy grail of Lincoln cents, the ones that cause coin collectors to stop in their tracks, hearts pounding, as they realize the treasure in their hands might not just be a relic, but a fortune. And the market has proven this time and time again. Consider this: in recent sales, top condition examples of the 1945 no mint mark penny have fetched jaw-dropping sums. Some have been reported to sell for as high as $844,000. That's more than most people will earn in a lifetime, all for a coin most of us might toss in a jar of spare change. Can you feel the thrill of imagining that exact moment? The second you realize the coin you've had tucked away in your wallet, in a dusty drawer, or under a mattress, isn't just copper, it's a ticket to unimaginable wealth. And it's not just the money that draws collectors. There's a story, a mystery embedded in every edge, every letter. Why was the mint mark omitted? Was it a simple oversight, or a quirk of wartime production? Why did only a handful of these coins survive the decades in perfect condition? These questions are part of the allure, the suspense, the almost cinematic drama that makes this coin more than currency. It's history in your hand, a piece of post-war America, and a puzzle that continues to confound even experts. Picture this: a quiet weekend morning. You're sorting through old coins, maybe from a relative's collection, or perhaps from change gathered over the years. Your fingers brush over a penny, its copper surface dull yet unyielding. You turn it over, no mint mark. And then, just barely visible, an anomaly. A subtle doubling of the letters, a tiny misalignment in the design. Your heart skips. Could it really be? Could this ordinary penny be the rare, life-changing coin you've been hearing about for years? Collectors will tell you it happens more often than you think. The thrill, the disbelief, the sudden realization that decades of indifference could suddenly be worth a fortune. One moment, a coin is just a coin. The next, it's a treasure that could make headlines, a story told in the hushed tones of auction houses and private collectors, a tangible proof that the world still holds hidden fortunes for those willing to look closely. The 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just valuable because of its errors, it's valuable because of the audacity of chance. Every coin that survives in mint or near mint condition is a survivor of time itself. They have endured the chaos of circulation, the wear of hands, the corrosion of decades, and yet some remain pristine. These survivors are the ones that sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, the ones that cause even seasoned numismatists to lean closer, squinting, measuring, analyzing, because they know that one glance could be the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Now, imagine walking into an auction hall. The lights are dim, the room hushed. Collectors lean forward as the 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is presented. Bids start low, then climb, $50, $000, $100,000, $200, $000, and suddenly, the hammer falls. $844,000. Just like that, an ordinary penny, once overlooked in a jar of change, becomes a fortune. The thrill is intoxicating. The coin has transformed from a simple piece of metal into a symbol of luck, patience, and keen observation. It's a reminder that opportunity often hides in plain sight, waiting for someone bold enough to recognize it. What does this mean for you? Could a similar penny be hiding in your own collection, in your wallet, or even in loose change? The answer is yes, but only if you look closely, examine carefully, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. History has shown us that ordinary objects, when paired with rare errors and perfect condition, can become extraordinary. They can rewrite lives overnight, turning everyday collectors into legends in their own right. And here's the final revelation: the 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is not just a coin. It's a challenge, a mystery, a reminder that wealth can be hiding where you least expect it. Each coin tells a story, but only a few tell the story that changes everything. The thrill is in finding it. The excitement is in holding history, beauty, and fortune all at once. And the possibility? It's real. Just ask the collectors who have walked away with hundreds of thousands of dollars from a single, perfectly preserved penny. So next time you find yourself sifting through coins, pause. Look closer. Examine every detail. What seems ordinary could be extraordinary. That faded, coppery penny might be your chance to hold a piece of history worth more than you ever imagined. A single 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln cent can be the spark that transforms a quiet moment into a life-altering discovery. Because in the world of rare coins, nothing is ordinary. Everything holds potential. And sometimes, the smallest objects hide the biggest treasures. Will the next life-changing penny you pick up be a 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln cent? Only time, and a careful eye, will tell. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary in your hand that it seems like just another penny, the kind you've seen 1,000 times before. Now, imagine that same coin could be worth nearly $1 million. It sounds impossible, right? Yet, hidden in plain sight, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent has become one of the most sought-after and shocking treasures in the world of rare coins. And today, what you're about to hear might just change the way you look at your pocket change forever. The year 1982 was a turning point for Lincoln cents. The U.S. Mint was shifting from the traditional 95% copper pennies to a new, zinc-centered composition. But in the chaos of production, something extraordinary happened. Errors, once considered mundane, became golden opportunities. And among them, the 1982 no-mint mark penny stands out, a coin whose value has skyrocketed beyond imagination. Let's start with the basics. On the surface, it's a penny like any other. Copper or zinc, small, round, unassuming. But for collectors who know what to look for, this coin is a diamond in the rough. It carries a story of mistakes that turned into monumental fortune. Some of these pennies were struck without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint, a subtle omission that would make all the difference. Others exhibit striking anomalies, doubled dies, misaligned strikes, and subtle planchet flaws that are nearly invisible to the untrained eye. Have you ever wondered how a coin worth a few cents could suddenly command six-figure sums? The truth is stranger than fiction. In top condition, an untouched 1982 no-mint mark penny has reportedly sold for as much as $944,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that most people would toss into a jar and forget about. It's a staggering sum, but here's the kicker. Only a few of these coins exist in that pristine state, making them one of the rarest Lincoln cents of the modern era. Think about that for a moment. Every day, we overlook the potential treasures in our wallets, in drawers, even on the sidewalk. A coin that could make someone wealthy beyond their wildest dreams is sitting right under our noses, waiting to be discovered. And the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just a rarity, it's a ticking time capsule of chance, a reminder that sometimes, fortune favors the observant and the patient. But the story gets even more intense. These coins carry hidden errors so subtle that even seasoned collectors can miss them. Take the double die obverse, for instance. To the naked eye, the penny looks normal, but under magnification, the letters in Liberty, or the date itself may appear doubled, as if whispered twice by the engraver. These minor imperfections, errors in the eyes of the mint, are what elevate the coin from a simple piece of copper to a multi-million-dollar artifact. And it doesn't stop there. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, copper when it should have been zinc, or vice versa. These anomalies are rare, almost freakish, but they are precisely what drive collectors into a frenzy. Every mistake tells a story, every imperfection hints at a secret the mint never intended to reveal. For those who can identify these subtle cues, the reward can be life-changing. Now, let's talk numbers, because they make the scale of this phenomenon impossible to ignore. The 1982 no-mint mark penny in uncirculated condition has been reported to fetch prices that approach the $1 million mark. That's right, $944,000 for a coin that could be lying in your own collection, sitting quietly beside a handful of ordinary pennies. And even those in slightly less perfect condition can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine checking your change one day, spotting a seemingly normal penny, and realizing it could be your ticket to financial freedom. Here's the twist: not all of these coins are easy to identify. Some are almost invisible to the casual eye. A collector must know precisely where to look, how to spot the subtle doubling on the date, or the faint lines that reveal a planchet flaw. That makes this pursuit as thrilling as a treasure hunt, a real-life story of suspense and discovery. And for every coin found, countless others remain hidden, their fortunes lying dormant, waiting for the right person to recognize them. Ask yourself this: could your ordinary jar of pennies be hiding a prize worth nearly $1 million? Could that old coin from your childhood piggy bank be the one that changes everything? It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly the kind of mystery that keeps collectors awake at night, scanning rolls of pennies in the hope of uncovering that elusive 1982 no-mint mark. The frenzy isn't limited to individual collectors. Auction houses and numismatic experts have fueled the excitement by paying extraordinary sums for verified examples. Reports of market sales topping $944,000 have only amplified the allure, making these coins the stuff of legends. And as word spreads, the hunt intensifies, with enthusiasts scouring attics, drawers, An old coin rolls in search of the next jackpot. So, what makes this coin so special? It's the perfect storm of rarity, error, and historical significance. It embodies the thrill of discovery, the tension of chance, and the potential for life-altering reward. Each penny is a reminder that even the most mundane objects can hold incredible value if we know where to look. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility, a tangible link between ordinary life and extraordinary fortune. Now, as we approach the climax of this story, let the thought sink in. Millions of people pass these coins every day, yet only a select few will ever recognize their true worth. Every roll of pennies, every forgotten coin jar, is a potential treasure chest. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just a collector's item, it's a real chance to rewrite someone's life story, to transform a simple object into unimaginable wealth. And here's the final revelation: the opportunity is still out there. This coin is rare, yes, but it's not extinct. It waits in circulation, in collections, perhaps even in your own hands, ready to reveal its secret to the one who is patient, knowledgeable, and observant enough to notice the hidden errors that make it extraordinary. So next time you reach for a penny, don't glance and toss it aside. Look closely. Study it. Examine it under light, under magnification, and consider the possibilities. Among the ordinary, the mundane, the unnoticed, lies the extraordinary. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent could be the key to wealth, a gateway to a story you will tell for a lifetime. And perhaps, just perhaps, your next lucky find could be sitting quietly, waiting for the moment it transforms your life forever. The question is simple: are you ready to discover it? Imagine this: you reach into your pocket change, maybe a few pennies jingle in your hand. Ordinary coins, right? But what if I told you that hidden among those tiny, copper discs could be a coin worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even more than $500,000? One coin, minted quietly in 1991 at the Denver Mint, has stunned collectors and experts alike. The 1991 D Lincoln cent. Not just any penny, but a potential ticket to unimaginable wealth. The 1991 D penny isn't just rare. It's mysterious. It's elusive. And it hides secrets that only the sharpest eyes can catch. Most people glance at their pennies and see nothing more than a date, Lincoln's familiar profile, and a fleeting flash of copper. But the 1991 D hides errors, tiny, almost imperceptible flaws in its design, that transform an ordinary coin into a legend. Have you ever wondered how a coin goes from a simple 1-cent piece to something collectors would fight over for years? It's all in the details. The 1991 D Lincoln cent carries errors that slip past even the most vigilant eyes. Doubling in the date. A shifted mint mark. Subtle variations in Lincoln's face or the word Liberty. These aren't just scratches or dents. These are anomalies that the U.S. Mint never intended. And in the world of coin collecting, never intended often equals extremely valuable. But here's the twist that shocks everyone: some of these coins have sold in the open market for jaw-dropping amounts. Top condition examples of the 1991 D have reportedly changed hands for as much as $544,000. That's right, $500,000 for a coin you could have once found in your pocket, your kid's piggy bank, or even rolled up in a jar on your shelf. Suddenly, those pennies you've been ignoring take on an entirely new significance. The secret behind this penny's value lies not just in its errors, but in its scarcity. The 1991 D was part of a normal production run, yet only a fraction exhibit the errors that make collectors' hearts race. Out of millions minted, just a few coins have survived in top, pristine condition. And the rarer a coin is, the more feverish the competition becomes. You could be holding something ordinary, or something extraordinary, hiding in plain sight, and here's where it gets even more intriguing. These coins don't announce themselves. They don't scream, "I'm worth hundreds of thousands of dollars." You have to know what to look for. You need to understand subtle imperfections, the barely noticeable doubling on the digits, the faint shadow of a misplaced mint mark, the unexpected rise or fall of Lincoln's features. Each detail is a clue, a breadcrumb leading to potential fortune. Missing just one, and you could overlook the very coin that might change your life. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you emptied your change only to find a penny that seemed unusual? Maybe the shine was different. Maybe the date looked slightly off. Most people toss it aside. Most people miss their chance. But not you. Not after hearing this story. Because the 1991 D Lincoln cent is a coin that rewards curiosity, rewards patience, and rewards those who see beyond the ordinary. Collectors, both seasoned and new, have scoured the country for these pennies. Auctions have made headlines, with single coins fetching prices that rival classic cars, luxury watches, and even small homes. Every sale adds to the legend. Every verified transaction confirms that this isn't a rumor or an exaggeration, it's reality. And in the quiet corners of coin shops, in jars of loose change, and in dusty rolls from decades past, these coins quietly wait. Waiting for someone to recognize their worth. But let's not forget the danger of overconfidence. Not every 1991 D is a golden ticket. Many are ordinary, perfectly fine pennies. The key is knowledge, the ability to identify the hidden errors, the subtle anomalies, the things that transform a simple cent into a fortune. And that's exactly what separates those who dream from those who actually discover life-changing treasure. Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, a magnifying glass in hand, flipping through a roll of 1991 D pennies. Your heart skips a beat. Something looks different. Maybe it's the way the D mint mark tilts slightly, or the way Lincoln's profile seems doubled just enough to make you question your own eyes. You pause. You inspect. You realize this could be it. The coin that changes everything. This is the thrill of the hunt. The adrenaline of knowing that a small, unassuming object in your hand could be worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. And it's not just about money. It's about discovery, about legacy, about the chance to turn a forgotten relic into a story that will be told for generations. Imagine telling your grandchildren, "This penny? It made me rich." And it all started with noticing something most people overlook. And here's the final revelation, the part that makes coin collectors sit up straight. These coins aren't just valuable because they're rare. They're valuable because they tell a story of errors, of minting anomalies, of chance and timing. The 1991 D Lincoln cent embodies a moment in history, a moment when a tiny misprint forever elevated an ordinary penny into the ranks of legend. And legends, as we all know, command extraordinary prices. So what does this mean for you, right now, today? It means you need to pay attention. Those pennies jingling in your pocket, the ones in drawers, jars, and rolls, all of them could hold the key. The 1991 D Lincoln cent isn't just a coin. It's an invitation. An invitation to look closer, to question the ordinary, and to embrace the possibility that you, too, could hold a treasure worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even $544,000, right in your hands. Now ask yourself, how many times have you tossed aside a coin without a second thought? How many fortunes have been ignored, waiting silently for discovery? The 1991 D Lincoln cent is proof that the extraordinary can hide in plain sight, and that the smallest details can lead to the biggest rewards. So, the next time you reach into your change, remember this: treasure is often disguised as ordinary. And one day, that ordinary penny might just whisper your name. Will you recognize it when it does? Will you seize your chance before it slips away? The 1991 D Lincoln cent isn't just a coin. It's a story of possibility, a symbol of fortune, and a reminder that even the smallest things can make the biggest impact. Because in the world of rare coins, curiosity doesn't just pay off, it can change your life forever. And the 1991 D Lincoln cent? It's waiting for someone with the vision to see it. Will that someone be you? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary, just like the pennies you've been passing around for decades. A humble, copper disc stamped with Abraham Lincoln's stoic profile. But what if I told you that this very coin, seemingly lost in the shuffle of your pocket change, could be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in modern American numismatics, the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. A penny that has quietly stunned collectors across the nation, a penny hiding errors and anomalies that can turn a casual coin into a life-changing fortune. How does a coin minted in a common year suddenly become one of the most valuable pennies in existence? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, imperfection, and the obsessive eyes of collectors who know exactly what to look for. The 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent isn't rare because it's hard to find in circulation. It isn't. Millions of these coins were struck, flowing into wallets, cash registers, and jars across America. But the hidden treasure lies in the errors, tiny, almost imperceptible mistakes created during the minting process. And these errors? They can turn an ordinary 1-cent coin into a piece valued at up to $644,000 in top condition, according to documented market sales. What kind of errors are we talking about? Some of the most notable include double die obverse strikes, where Lincoln's profile appears slightly doubled, giving the coin an eerie, distorted depth. Others show off center strikes that leave portions of the coin's design cut off, or die cracks that run across the face like secret lines, marking a coin as something no ordinary penny could ever be. And here's the kicker: these aren't just cosmetic quirks. They are rare printing anomalies, mistakes that the United States Mint itself never intended. To the untrained eye, they are invisible. But to the right collector, they are priceless treasures hiding in plain sight. You might be thinking, sure, errors sound interesting, but can one penny really fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer is a resounding yes. Private collectors and specialized auctions have reported jaw-dropping sales for these coins, sometimes reaching the $644,000 mark for coins graded in perfect condition by the top certification companies. That's nearly $750,000 for a coin you could have found in a jar of pennies at your grandmother's house. It raises a question we all secretly wonder. Could the coin you just dropped in your tip jar or found under the couch be the next 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent worth a fortune? Could your pocket change hold a secret worth more than your car, your savings, even your house? The suspense is almost unbearable, because the truth is, no one can say for sure until they inspect the coin under a magnifying glass and know exactly what to look for. Collectors describe the thrill of discovering a rare coin as almost magical. There's the moment your heart skips a beat, that instant of recognition when a penny feels different under your fingertips. And when you realize that it carries a market value that could change your life overnight, the adrenaline hits like nothing else. But let's talk numbers, because the market doesn't lie. The 1981 no-mint Mark penny has been the centerpiece of auctions where top-tier specimens have sold for six-figure sums, often eclipsing even the most valuable coins from decades prior. In recent years, some have even approached that staggering $644,000 peak, a record-setting valuation for a penny from the 1980s. For collectors, this is more than just a coin. It's a testament to patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck. Now, here's where things get truly intriguing. Unlike gold, silver, or rare estate collectibles, the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent is still out there, potentially in circulation. It could be in a bankroll, hidden among other pennies in a jar, or tucked away in a dusty drawer. Its scarcity is not in production numbers, but in the condition and the specific minting error. Even a tiny imperfection in the wrong spot can make a coin worthless to collectors, while a perfectly preserved error transforms it into a treasure beyond imagination. And the stories surrounding these coins are almost cinematic. One collector recalls finding an error 1981 penny in his change at a fast food restaurant. What he thought was just a dull copper penny turned into a verified double-die marvel, later auctioned for over $300,000. Another story tells of a retired schoolteacher who discovered a near-perfect 1981 no-mint Mark coin in her collection, a coin she had forgotten for decades, now valued in the mid-six figures. These aren't isolated tales. They are proof that fortune favors the observant. So, what does this mean for you? It means that the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility. A single discovery could rewrite your financial story. It's why collectors are trained to inspect every penny, scrutinizing each detail with a magnifying glass, looking for the double die lines, the off-center strikes, the telltale die cracks. Because in this world, small details hide enormous rewards. And let's not forget the psychological edge. Holding a coin that could be worth millions is more than an investment, it's a thrill. It's the knowledge that in a mundane world filled with ordinary money, you might possess a masterpiece minted in copper, waiting to reveal its true worth. But here's the final, spine-tingling twist. Most people will never know they're holding a rare 1981 no-mint mark penny. They'll spend it, lose it, or overlook it entirely. Meanwhile, those who recognize its potential? They could be moments away from changing their lives. So, take a breath. Look at the coins in your pocket, in your drawers, or stashed in jars. Ask yourself, could one of these seemingly ordinary pennies hide the same magic as the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent? Could one coin be the key to a fortune of hundreds of thousands, or even over $500,000? The thrill, the suspense, the sheer possibility, it's all real, and it's all waiting for someone daring enough to look, because in the world of rare coins, there's a saying that holds more truth than any financial forecast: one lucky penny can change everything. And for the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, that change could be monumental. So, the next time you handle a penny, remember this: behind the ordinary copper face, behind the familiar gaze of Abraham Lincoln, there could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. A fortune that could be yours. Are you ready to look closer? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin you've carried in your pocket for years, maybe even forgotten in a jar, or slipped between the pages of an old book. Now, imagine discovering that this ordinary, copper-colored penny could be worth up to $744,000, or even more. Sounds impossible, right? But for collectors and treasure hunters across the United States, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is not just a coin, it's a ticket to a life-changing fortune. You've heard stories of rare coins transforming ordinary people into millionaires overnight. But what makes the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so special? It's not just the year. It's not just Lincoln's familiar profile. The secret lies in the subtle, hidden errors, the anomalies in minting that experts call varieties. And once you learn what to look for, you'll never glance at a penny the same way again. The 1980 no-mint mark penny is deceptively common at first glance. Millions were minted, and you might be holding one right now without even realizing it. But among the vast sea of ordinary pennies, a rare few are extraordinary, carrying mistakes that can send their value skyrocketing. These aren't scratches or damage. These are mint errors so subtle, so precise, that only trained eyes, or lucky collectors, spot them. Misplaced dies, doubled engravings, weak strikes, and repunched mint marks are just a few examples. Each tiny flaw is a clue, a secret code that tells collectors, this coin is rare. This coin is valuable. This coin could be your jackpot. Consider this: in 1980, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies. Yet, a handful of no-mint mark Lincoln cents, struck at Philadelphia, contain errors so extraordinary that they have sold at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars. One coin, in pristine, gem-quality condition, reportedly fetched a jaw-dropping $744,000. Pause for a moment and let that number sink in. A coin you could have found in your change, worth nearly $750,000. But why does this happen? Why does one tiny penny leap in value while millions of others remain virtually worthless? The answer lies in rarity and perfection. Collectors crave the rarest coins, the ones with flawless details and anomalies that tell a story. A no-mint mark Lincoln cent from 1980 with a clear, sharp strike and a unique error is like a diamond in the rough. It's a piece of history, frozen in copper, carrying with it decades of secrets and stories. And here's the twist that makes this even more compelling: not all errors are obvious. Some require magnification, patience, and a trained eye to spot. Slight doubling on the date, faint die cracks along the rim, or subtle repunching marks could be the difference between a coin worth 10 cents and a coin worth millions. Think about it: your coin jar might hold the equivalent of a fortune, hidden behind what looks like everyday metal. Now, imagine walking into an auction house with this coin. Imagine the room falling silent as the gavel strikes, and the bidding climbs higher and higher, fueled by collectors who recognize the potential of your find. One by one, wallets open, and phones buzz as buyers compete for what is essentially a tiny copper masterpiece. This is not fantasy. This has happened. 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents have shattered expectations, proving that even the most mundane coins can hold unimaginable value. But here's the part that makes the hunt so addictive. The clock is always ticking. These coins don't appear often, and when they do, they rarely stay on the market long. Miss your chance today, and you might be waiting years, or decades, before another emerges. That urgency, that rare alignment of timing and discovery, is what makes coin collecting a thrilling pursuit. Every jar of pennies, every dusty drawer, every forgotten pocket change holds the tantalizing possibility of a once-in-a-lifetime find, and it's not just about money. Holding one of these rare coins is like holding a piece of history. Lincoln's profile, the familiar shielded front, the iconic wheat stalk reverse, it's a tangible connection to the past, a reminder of the intricate craftsmanship of the mint, and the surprising way tiny mistakes can transform an object of everyday life into a treasure of unimaginable worth. Have you ever wondered how many of these coins actually exist in top condition? Experts estimate that only a minuscule fraction of 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents meet the stringent standards needed to fetch record-breaking prices. That's what makes the $744,000 sale so shocking. Most coins languish in circulation, tarnished and worn, their potential value hidden beneath layers of age and wear. But a single coin, preserved in pristine condition, can literally change someone's life. So here's the question: could you be holding one right now? Could your spare change, collected over the years, contain the next gem to stun the coin world? It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? The odds are slim, but not impossible. And that's exactly what makes the hunt irresistible. One careful glance, one moment of scrutiny, could reveal a penny that has been quietly waiting for its moment to shine. As collectors, we chase these coins not just for profit, but for the exhilaration of discovery. Every penny examined is a mystery, every jar of change a potential treasure chest. And the 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent embodies that mystery more than almost any other coin in U.S. history. It's a symbol of possibility, of luck, and of the hidden value in the ordinary. But here's the kicker: the market continues to grow. Prices for these rare coins have soared over the past decades, fueled by a mix of demand, scarcity, and the stories that make them legendary. Every auction, every sale, adds another layer to the lore. And with reports of sales reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, the stakes have never been higher. The opportunity isn't waiting forever. The time to look through your pennies, your coin jars, your collections, is now. So, what's stopping you? Could the coin you've overlooked for years be the key to unlocking your fortune? Could the ordinary penny in your pocket hold the extraordinary potential to change your life? It's thrilling, it's suspenseful, and it's entirely real. The 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent is more than just metal. It's a story, a mystery, and a potential legacy. It reminds us that sometimes, the greatest treasures are hidden in the most familiar places. It dares you to look closer, to question the ordinary, and to imagine the extraordinary. Because somewhere out there, in someone's pocket or coin jar, the next legendary penny waits to be discovered. Could it be yours? Take a moment. Inspect your coins. Examine every detail, every line, every flaw. Because the next 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent could be the one that makes history. And when it does, you'll be ready. The question isn't whether these coins are valuable. The question is, are you willing to find out if the fortune is already in your hands?